Welcome to Head. I am Jami and today I have a very special guest with me. So this is a student I met during one of our outreach. And he came out to answer questions across mathematics, biology, physics, and chemistry. So I later found out that he scored 331 in JAMB, and today I just want to sit with him and hear his story. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you tell me a little about yourself, who you are and where you are from?
So I am Afolabi Moses. I was born in Bokeo in Kajola local government, but specifically I am from Osun State. So.
Okay, thank you very much. So how would you describe yourself as a student? In your own words.
I would describe myself as a middle class student.
A middle class student?
Yes.
And you scored 331?
Yeah, it's just all about God's intervention and some little advice.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so I would like to ask a question from the RTK, which was the first day I met you. So do you remember the day you came out to answer questions in front of everyone?
Yes.
So I want you to take me back to that day. What was it like for you?
So that day was an exceptional day anyway. We came to our school to at least enlighten us on some specific activities and specific issues. So after that, we asked us some questions and they said, if anyone knows the question, the person should come out and answer it. So I waited a little bit. After finding out that many people didn't turn up, so I stood up. Let's ask whatever I want to ask, and I will give out what I know, and that's the main reason why I came out that day.
Wow, I love that. So, do you remember anything that was said to you or shared with you that day that stayed with you?
I said we should focus on at least our academic study, and we should be confident about yourself. You share some story about yourself, said many things about yourself that intrigued me to continue on what I'm doing and to be more hardworking.
Okay. Now I'll be asking questions based on your JAMB score. So you scored 331 in JAMB. When you saw that result, what was your first reaction?
Well, I'm not that, let me say I'm not that amazed, but I'm happy. What really happened that day is that JAMB announced that we are going to get our results earlier in the day around 8 to 9 p.m. in the evening. So I started checking my results, checking it over and over. But the result wasn't released. So there was a kind of tension in me that I want to see this result. What really happened is that I know what I did because I know I will definitely score my 300. But I don't know what the score, the main score, the exact score. Okay. But the main thing I know is that in chemistry I will score more than 90, but physics I don't know if I will be able to score more than 90, but at the end of the day I scored 98.
Wow, that's very good. So take me back to how you prepared. What did you study? What did your study routine look like leading up to JAMB?
So my study, and when it comes to studying routine, I am not the kind of person that will say, oh, I will read for 6 hours per day. It is not like that. For me, if I want to read something, it's not that I will just say every day I will be reading for 6 hours. So I may decide to read for 2 hours, read for 10 hours. So it is just all about the condition, but I am always ready to read anything that comes my way. And concerning the materials I use for the preparation, I study more of past questions, and I started studying past questions when I was SS1 third term, or that long vacation. I break the vacation lasted for 6 weeks. So I break the weeks into 2. So the first 3 weeks for physics, the last 3 weeks for chemistry. So I think that's when I started studying for the future, not for the present.
Okay.
Because many people will even study for school exam and they will think they are okay with it. So I started studying for the future something because I know the future really matters and my life really depends on it.
That means you have been studying for JAMB since the age of 1 class.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, was there a point where you felt like it was too hard or you might not do well? And how did you push through that?
So what really happened is that like I said, I started studying one topic. What really happened is that studying jam past questions, reading and reading, studying those questions. If I do attempt about 40 questions, most especially chemistry. So I will score more than 80 upward since then because I have started reading many things on what I have been taught, what I have not been taught. I have started reading those things. But what really happened is that after getting to SS3 and going because I registered for JAMB mock, so I went for that mock. I didn't study JAMB syllabus because I think it is not that helpful for me. Because I believe JAMB will ask questions from every angle of the textbook, so I have to read everything. So I didn't bother to take their syllabus. But after going for that JAMB mock, we have two sections, and thanks to Professor Isha Kulu, which is the JAMB registrar. So JAMB improved on something this year. The JAMB mock is two sections instead of a section. It's like taking two JAMB exams in one day.
Okay.
So the first 2 hours for the first session, the second session will be 2 hours. The first session is somehow tricky and somehow hard for me. I understood two things that day. The first session is somehow hard and tricky, and I started seeing some questions that are not even in my text. Like I think it is not in the text because I didn't, and I haven't come across it in any past question before. So we had the second session, but the second session is somehow simple. Like it is a kind of familiar questions, and I know I will definitely come and take them in the second session. But after JAMB released this result, I scored 88 in the general mock. But we were told that the result is only for the first session, but it did not release the second session. So I discovered that all those questions they were asking me is in their syllabus, but not really it is not in every textbook. It is in some textbook, but you won't take note of it that this thing is there. But after checking out their syllabus, I found out that those things are there. The candidates will be able to do this, will be able to do that. So after going to the syllabus and after going back to it, there are some things that I will find in my textbook, and those things that are not in my textbook, I will consult AI and improve more on it. So after that, I prepare for the work because it is about 3 weeks in Tafa, and I know I must score above 300. And with the result I scored, that's it. I know it is not sufficient for me, so I have to prepare for the worst, and I improve the work I have been doing. I increase the magnitude of the work that I have been doing before.
Okay, that's good. This is something I really learned a lot from. So thank you very much. So what is the one thing you did in your preparation that you think made the biggest difference?
The biggest difference, like what really helped me. So as far as JAMB is concerned, their past question is extraordinary. Even I would say it's for every exam. Once you have any exam, just make sure you solve every available past question. Since the establishment of that exam the year you want to take your own exam, and also their syllabus also.
So that's practicing your past question and your syllabus. Alright, thank you very much. So now I want to know, did you always believe you could score that high, or was there a moment when you started believing it was possible?
I started believing it was possible when I was in SS1, as I said.
Okay.
And that's specifically for chemistry because I started procrastinating for physics. Physics is not a very, though it is not that hard, it is a simple subject to prepare for physics. It usually takes a long time because of the calculations. You have to study many examples as many as you can.
Yes.
So, but studying chemistry for me is very easy, and because my teacher has done her best, so it's really helped me.
What does success in education mean to you? Not what your parents or teachers say, but what you actually believe that this is success in education.
Success in education is all about bringing into reality what you have in mind and what you are planning to do. That's success in education. When you say, when you tell me, oh, I want to be, let me say, I want to be an astronaut. So once you started preparing, after going through the process and you later become that thing you are aspiring to be, that's success.
Thank you. I think I love that response. Okay, so what are you planning to study in university and why that course?
I am aspiring to study, planning to study medicine.
Okay.
I really love it. It's my very stage of life. When I was young, I really loved it.
I want to become a doctor.
Yes.
So, if I should ask you, maybe why do you want to become a doctor?
One of the main reasons why is that doctors are one of the most respected people in our society.
Yeah.
Let me say the primary thing. I think it is good for me as far as the profession is concerned. Okay.
All right. So I want to thank you very much because honestly, what you just said is not just your story, but it's a proof that with the right mindset and with the right environment, with the right situation, everything is possible. So I want to thank you very much for that. So, and this is what ED is all about. We just want to have real students, real journey, real conversation about what you have been going through, about what has encouraged you. So, and once again, my name is Daniel and I'm a founder of EduReset Initiative. So, and remember that it's never too late for you to show up. So, thank you very much for this wonderful conversation. Thank you.